What is going on, everybody? How you guys doing today? All right, let me go ahead and get a couple things set up here. And I need to finish sending a quick message to somebody. Okay. All right. And done. So let me go ahead and get YouTube set up. What up, TikTok? I see you guys over there. That's not it. Studio.youtube.com. So we're playing some more Heckin' Green today. Love this game way too much. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous game. Gonna finish building up some of our base, start working on some of the choke points of the survival strategy. And then switch this to multi-stream real fast so I can see Twitch. What up, Twitch? I see you now. And then we'll go ahead and check this one out. And check this one out. Come on. Everything's running a little bit slow today. That was a Jim Gaffigan joke from back in the day. He'd always start off his little bit about Hot Pockets with the, feeling a little bit slow today. I had a Hot Pocket for dinner. Then he would go into 20-minute jokes about Hot Pockets. It was fantastic times for everybody involved. All right, so we'll get into the game in just a moment here. Just putting one more monitor together real quick. Not that one. This one. Yeah, that works. Hey, what up, Master of Food? I mean, I think that both would be practical. That actually made me super happy reading that message. I was telling my wife about They Live the other day, and how it is such a random yet awesome movie. And a lot of people, they know that quote, but they do not know where it comes from, nor have they ever seen that movie. But oh my God, is it a funny movie. Funny and terrifyingly accurate. But either way. Like, everybody's seen the faces of those creatures, but, like, they have no idea what it is. All right, let me close that Discord for a little bit. Do I got everything ready to go? All right, we'll see how it goes. Cool. What up, Dying Light? Yeah, the beast is fire. Wait. Oh, you're saying Dying Light, the beast is fire. Yes, it is. I have only played or seen a little bit of it. I don't think I've ever played any of it yet, but I have seen a lot of it. I mean, I don't think it's accurate, but you know what? I think the bubblegum versus that would be I think you'd be all right, Master of Food. I think you're good. All right, so this time, instead of walking away from my fire, we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit more on there. We're gonna keep our fire going. So yesterday we finished most of the base. We just have this little bit back here. I gotta try it. I do gotta try it. For sure. I like the Dying Light games. I think I applied to play that the Beast, Dying Light the Beast, through our Lurk It campaign sponsorship or whatever. What should we call that? Affiliate content that we do with Lurk It. That's whenever we do like a stream, like an affiliate stream or something like that. It's through Lurk It typically. That's pretty cool. I'll have to check it out. I do want to check it out. That was the one that intrigued me the most. And chew bubblegum. I think he specifically says, I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. And then he pulls out a shotgun. So there you go. Alright, which one of these is ready? This is ready. So yeah, last bit of the mud going into the base. I've only made a 2x2x2, which is so much fun to say. But what I mean by that is I have built a like kind of a survival bungalow, and I don't know if I actually have used that terminology properly. But the idea is it's off to the side to where the enemies aren't going to deal with it and bug me in it. They're mostly going to be dealing with going to the torch, and that's where I'm going to set up a series of traps and choke points to really kind of give myself an easy go at this. Because, like, the first 10 levels of Spirits of the Amazonia, super easy. Like, you're talking, like, just instant headshots on them. But then they'll start sending you giants. They'll start throwing bees at you and stuff like that. Hey, there you go. There you go. I think our record so far is 100-something. We had, like, 150 people on one of the live streams for Sons of the Forest. That was a fun time. We need to do another one of those big base builds where we build with every single one of our subscribers becomes a log. That's so much fun. Any more campfire ash. What up, Doctor? How you doing? Nothing wrong with random dudes playing Green Hill. One of the best survival games ever made, in my opinion. Not that anybody asked. But either way, and I'm out of charcoal, so we'll come get it. Well, there you go. Glad we could bless your screen with some content today. Good stuff. Great handle, by the way. I will throw that one out there, Doctor. Let's go ahead and head this way. I'm getting on up here. I hear coconuts dropping all around me. I want to start gathering them, but it's like I don't really need them. And like I'm full health right now, and like everything's doing great. It's just a matter of kind of setting everything up. All right, so as I said, this is the last. Thanks for the likes. Appreciate that. This is the last set of bricks we got to put in here. How do you clean the water? You got to get a pot or a bowl and then boil it. It's a pretty instant process, but see, pot on the stove there or on the fire, or you can just get a water filter like this. That's clean on both sides, but the top of it you can put dirty water in and it creates the clean water. And so that's the mud water filter, which is by far much bigger than actually. There's a bamboo water filter, but it just runs straight through, and so you have to have a bowl at the bottom of it. But either way, and I'm not even worried about making rain collectors because I'm doing this right above a pond. You're not a big fan of how the finished mud walls look, Master of Food? You know what? I understand that. And yeah, the mixing animations in this always make me laugh because it's like, how do you make 6 uniform bricks by like waving your hand like that, you know? So ridiculous. But either way, gotta love it. How do you get water into the bowl? You need a flask. So what you can do, here, I'll help you out a little bit. You can take a bowl, and from your inventory, you can literally put it right there. Oh, that didn't even work. Yeah, sometimes it works, but it didn't work. You need a flask. So what you do, there's an empty bowl right there. I can take my flask. Oh, is this dirty? No, this isn't dirty. So let me go ahead and dump this in real fast. Like that. And then you just go ahead and scoop water, and you pour it in your bowl. Just like that. Hey, what's going on, Disciple of Food? I like that. That's fun. I enjoyed that. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, I guess. He's magic. We'll say that just Jake is magic, right? All right, one more brick, and then we are done. And so this is the base. As I said, it is the smallest, tiniest little backstop of a base. That's the torch back there, and the idea is to create a choke point so they all run into the same path, and then they trip over a bunch of traps. And so we'll get that done. Let's first start by creating... Oh, I have breakfast. I should probably go to sleep soon. I don't need to eat anything right now. I don't forget you necessarily. I remember the name, Disciple of Food, and I remember the back and forth that you had with Master of Food here. So there you go. Hey, thanks for the follow, E. Appreciate that. Mighty kind of you. All right, so let's get our pottery table set up, and then we'll set up a couple other workstations and stuff like that. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Mighty kind of you. Thanks again for the follow. Awesome. All right, so we got to get some planks and some sticks. Pottery table is one of those things. It's like, I don't know. It's useful, but only if it's like early on. You know what? I should sleep. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep real fast. Wait, Silksong. Oop. You stay back, tribal. I'm a little too weak to go after a tribal right now, so I really don't want to do that. Yeah, so I got to remember to jump to the right in my pond because it's kind of shallow. And over to the left, I've like hurt myself badly on top of that thing. But either way, taking a quick shower, quick bath here, if you will. And then we're going to crash for the night. Man, I almost feel like I should go take out that tribal if he's wandering around like this. 2 seconds. Get some energy real quick, and then go after this tribal. Nifty. Not the one you think I am? I'm so confused at this point. I remember the name, though. I remember the name. Disciple. Okay. So you can hear him, right? You hear that tribal? And he's actually wandering around. For the longest time, they've just kind of been spinning and breakdancing inside of the cave, which I don't like. Not the biggest fan of them breakdancing. He'll be right up here. Oh, he's breakdancing again. Look at him. Spinning tribals. Woo! Love how his hair grew as I walked closer. Didn't get the headshot, but whatever. You can see my graveyard of dudes that I've killed here because they keep glitching out in this area, which is fantastic in my opinion. Right? Totally fire moves right there. Well, I mean, if there was a better master of the master of food, I don't want to meet him. Dish this human meat. Alright, so now I gotta go bathe again. Fantastic. Because I can't go bathe down here, because you can see the tribals down there that are just literally camping, waiting for me to come on down that way. So I don't want to go bathe down there, so I gotta go do that whole thing over this way. How'd I get so good? Like 1,000 hours in this game. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the only thing that gets you good at Green Hell is like 1,000 hours in this game. I've been playing this game for a couple years now. I started out on the Switch, and I would play quietly while my wife was sleeping next to me. And so I'd play on mute constantly. And playing this game on mute is terrifying because you can't hear anything coming up on you, like jaguars and pumas and stuff like that, or tribals. And so you learn how to adapt and like learn different rules of how to survive in the Amazon. So that's the best way I can explain it. What is it, Brunost? So yeah, hope that that makes a little sense. All right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna make that thing tomorrow. Let's go ahead and finish that off. I don't have much energy left, and I really don't want to waste that much more. But either way, let's go ahead and see how far we can get with the pottery table real fast. Appreciate the follow, mighty kind of you. Master of Food, you're losing a disciple in chat, it looks like. Alright, we need more sticks. Alright, we'll get more sticks tomorrow. Let's go ahead and finish this up. I should put some wood on here. I don't have any wood to put on there. Let's go get some wood. Thought you were hearing some stuff in the game. I'm like that constantly. Like I'll literally be streaming and like doing some commentary, just talking randomly to some stuff, and out of nowhere, I'll like think I'll hear a puma or something like that. So trippy. What up, King? Good to see you, man. It's been a little while. Hey, Kate. Good to see you. And I'm glad you finished the game. You finished? I'm glad you finished it. That's fantastic. Good stuff. What'd you think? No spoilers, Kate, okay? But what'd you think of the ending? Like, because it is, in my opinion, it is one of the better games, stories that is out there currently. Fantastic title. And good to see you, King. I haven't unveiled the challenge for the base building contest yet, but I am very, very, very excited to get going on that. You converted to Java over Bedrock. Good for you, sir. Good for you. What up, DGen? Yes. Yes. A very small greenhouse streamer. We do mostly survival games. There's two. I should mention, I'm one of two streamers on this channel, so it's not just me. There's another streamer by the name of Jay. And so if you do follow us, you'll probably end up meeting Jay and all that stuff. The forest? No, this isn't the forest. This is oh, you're asking if we do the forest? We do. Sons of the Forest was probably one of the biggest games we ever did on our channel. And then I am super thrilled to play the Forest 3. It's gonna be a fun one. Do I regret anything, or are you talking to Master of Food? Dude, that's awesome, King. I want to see that. That sounds like fun. You got this game for 90% off? Did it go on sale recently or something? Because I feel like you're not the only person that has told me that. What did I need to get? Long sticks? Was it long sticks? I have no long sticks. That's unfortunate. Dude, I want to see part 1. Can you play this with friends? Absolutely, you can play this with friends. And to be honest with you, it is so much better with friends. I will throw that out there. Fantastic game with friends. Dude, seriously, that's fantastic. Well, I know that the company that makes this game, Creepy Jar. Creepy Jar? Yeah, Creepy Jar. Creepy Jar just came out with their newest game, which is Star Rupture, and it's amazing. It's a super fun game. It's like mixing Satisfactory with like Sons of the Forest. Like it's a survival base building factory game. It's really cool. But either way. Nice. That's awesome, D-Gen. It's a good one. It is a fantastic game, that's for sure. Aw, that's unfortunate, Doctor. But I understand that. I sympathize with that. Master Food tends to not say things that he regrets, for sure. I will say that. It has been a very long time since Master Food has said anything that he regrets. I think you hurt Disciple's feelings. Do we have a Discord server? Yes, we do have a Discord server. Thank you very much for asking. I think the link is in the bio for the my TikTok there. I think. Not 100% sure on that one, but I think, maybe. And so either way, I think we might also be over 100 too. And so you should be able to just search Base Legend and we should pop up. But either way, super fun. And thank you very much for that follow. Mighty kind of you. Oh man. But yeah, we'll probably announce the base building contest for spring in like the next few days here. And it's a good one. King, the winner from our contest in winter, has actually picked the theme, and I'm pretty happy with the theme. It's a really good theme. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that, DJ. Mighty kind of you. Nice. Definitely send a picture of your base. Love checking out other bases and stuff. What did I need to get? Rope. That's what I need to get. I mean, you know what? King, Master, who's better? Who's better? Doesn't matter, actually. You can play Green Hell with friends. Yeah, they I'm not sure if all the console updates are fully up to date with the PC, but the PC version you can definitely play with friends. Do it. Do it, DJ. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. And we like to highlight bases and stuff like that. And so if we have a video in the near future that would work really well, we'll reach out, that's for sure. You know what? I think that's fair. I definitely think that's fair. All right, let's get some more planks on there. Just keep our fire going. It should, I guess. I guess that kind of makes sense. All right, come on. Give me... I want the rope. There it is. Thank you. And this rope, and then we need our bamboo log, and I think those are planks. Well, don't get scared to death. That's not fun. Bamboo log, that's what I need. Where's the bamboo log? There it is. Slap it on Discord? Do it. Absolutely do it. Definitely slap it on Discord. That's what Master of Food on YouTube is saying right now. No worries. What are we slapping? We're slapping bases. We're slapping that bass. That's a song from a musical to tell you about my musical theater past. Yeah, I was one of those kids. There's this musical called Crazy for You. And there's a fantastic song in that musical called Slap That Bass. Great, great tune. Sounds good, Disciple. See you in a little bit. I'm always down to play with people. I have a jam-packed schedule. I will say that in advance. I do have a jam-packed schedule. And so the best way to like line up to play with me is to join our Discord server. And then eventually we will be able to knock something out there. My favorite survival game, that's a hard one. I will say that Green Hell is definitely up there as a favorite survival game. It is gorgeous. Can I take that coconut? I can't. That's like glitched in there. So I would say Green Hell is definitely a big one up there. It's not like this at all, but what's another really good one? Can't take that one either. God, I need like, have I seriously used all the coconuts had just laying around here? But State of Decay 2 was a fantastic one. You know, I've never had a chance to play the VR version of it. Hey, Tannen, good to see you again. Always a pleasure. I never had a chance to play the VR version of Green Hell, but I've always wanted to because it looks terrifying. All right, got some leeches. Let's find them. My favorite part of the survival mechanism is having to find leeches on your body. Just such a cool mechanic, you know what I mean? All right, and while we're down here before the next rain, I think we're on day 16, 17 right now. So in about 5 days, we're going to go through a season cycle. There you go. All right, I need a coconut. I need a coconut because I need to make coconut bowls. Let's check our trees real fast. There's typically some that fall, like right around here. Man, nada. I had like a whole collection of them, but I haven't been putting them inside of like any storage or anything. They've just been kind of sitting around the base. Some I just disappeared. Oh man, well, you have a great rest of your night, DGen. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. That's for sure. Really appreciate that. I thought I heard a coconut fall over here, and then I cut down, haha, the palm tree. There's our coconut. Oh, stupid centipede. I shoot that centipede just for being a centipede. Actually, to be honest with you, I shoot all the bugs so that way I can get the experience to keep being a better archer. All right. So this is what we came over for. Delicious. Drink. Chop. Eat. Eat. Grab. I mean, those are some of my favorite videos, though. That's fantastic. I definitely want to check that out. All right, hang on. I want to see something. If this is actually... Okay, it's not sticking through the ground anymore. That makes me feel a little bit better. Long for you? I actually, I understand that completely. So, okay, we need some clay molds. We need the big clay bowl, right? That's what we need for that. So we need 3 empty molds and 100 water to make it. Not a problem. Oh man, that is hilarious. I mean, I'm not trying to say, like, I hope you know what I mean. I think that is pretty funny. Just in terms of like how people react to this game. But either way, let's make some molds real quick. So we need one more. Come on, I can fit more in there. Let's drop off some of these bones. 1, 2, 3. Always keep 3 on me. And if you're not familiar with why, it's because I wear bone armor. And so if you get damaged, you always want to have the ability to repair your armor on you. All right, and I should have 100 water on me, right? You can catch the spiders. I don't think you can keep them as a pet, but you can definitely catch the spiders. Why are my special lights not on? Hang on. There we go. Special lights on. Okay, let's go ahead and dump the water in. That should be 100, right? That was only 75. Hang on. You can't find the Discord? It should just be called Base Legend. And I'm glad you enjoyed the story, the story, Kate. I didn't see your message there because the other chats are kind of just going nonstop here. But I'm really glad you enjoyed the story. It's a fantastic game there. Yeah, it should just be the Base Legend Discord. The easiest way to find it is if you head to our YouTube. It is definitely in the bio of the YouTube. I thought I put it in our TikTok bio there. I'll have to update that. All right, get our molds in here and let's make ourselves a big clay bowl. I'd like to keep a spider as a pet. That seems like a lot of fun. Dude, I can't wait to see it, King. That's pretty awesome. Feel free to drop that. We have like a creator space on the Cord. And so feel free to drop that in there and let us know. I do appreciate this about the pottery mechanic. You have to bake your pots after you make them. And you see how I'm baking a big clay bowl, so you can't use it until it's done. Which is silly because it has to be kind of molded here. So I feel like you should be able to put a wet one up there. Are the spiders big or rare? No, they're pretty tiny. Here, I can go find a spider real quick. There's usually one in this cave over here. I've never actually, in this game, I've never gone out looking for a spider. Man. It's actually, this isn't really a good environment for the spiders. This looks like more scorpion territory. Yeah, speaking of which, there's a scorpion. The spiders like to hang out in like the brushy areas. And so I'll be able to find one, but I'm not going into the caves too frequently. So I don't really need to. Okay, you'll hear them. You'll hear the spider, and then you'll get bit by them. It's kind of just how it works. You should. And I saw the updates coming to Grounded too. I'm pretty excited to get back in after the next update. So there you go. All right, and there is our Eternal Flame. Let's go ahead and light this thing. So as I've mentioned, the Eternal Flame and Spirits of the Amazonia in Green Hell is like the Horde modes in a lot of different other games. And so once you light this thing, it starts this challenge. The Goliath Bird Eater, massive spider, great spider. You need these ritual flame herbs. You only need to make it once, because after you've made it one time, you can completely ignore it after that. You just don't really need to worry about, where's the Spirits of the Amazonia thing? Over here. There it is. Randomly got a rash. You probably ran in front of some bees or some ants. That's how you get the rashes in this game. Is there's like these bees that are just clinging to the trees and stuff like that. And you probably ran into a hive. Or you ran through some ants without wearing any armor. Hey, what's going on, Zakara? I hope I said that right. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Mighty kind of you. All right, so we're looking for Psychotria and Copahanga, which is this mushroom over here. And once we find Psychotria and Copahanga, I'll do one round just to kind of shake the cobwebs off a little bit. Kind of go from there. What game is this, Deadhead? Great name, by the way. This is Green Hell, one of the better survival games that has ever come out, in my personal opinion. Psychotria, come on. Psychedelic drugs, we want to do you. Alright, there's the Copahanga. That's Copahanga. Have I seriously never named this? Whoa, thank you very much. Appreciate the sub. Mighty kind of you. Thank you, Nexus. Alright, so this is Copahanga. Surprised I've never named these before. And then, dude, what a great show Schitt's Creek is. Like, such a great, great show that is. Unexpectedly good, too. Just looking around for this one plant called Psychotria. Yeah, absolutely, man. And I think it might, based on some of the people and what they've been saying in here, it might be on sale right now. You might be able to get it. They just released their next game, which is called Star Rupture. And I'm not currently paid to tell you guys this, but they did give me a free copy of Star Rupture when it first came out. And so they're not currently telling me that I have to keep saying this. I'm saying this because I enjoy it personally. But go check out Star Rupture. It is a fantastic game. Like, it is super good. Wait, what? I'm so confused, King. So confused. Yeah, and eating some of these bananas just to kind of get some of my stats up a little bit. What do I need? Just water? Okay. All right, Psychotria. Oh, is that it? Yep, there it is, Psychotria. Yeah, Green Hell is all about understanding the plants and the biome. And so, there you go. There's some Psychotria. Oh, bandage plant. Do we have bandages? Yeah, sitting on 4. Hey, thanks very much for the sub. Appreciate that. Mighty kind of you. Don't put silverware in the microwave. Absolutely. Don't put fish in the microwave, too. Who's microwaving fish? Ugh. Ugh. I used to work in an office where somebody would microwave broccoli all the time. I was like, work no-nos right there. You don't do that. Don't do that. The rashes aren't that bad. They definitely shouldn't kill you. But either way. Don't put a sork in goon? What? I'm not even sure what you're talking about there, King. Sounds like one of the Dr. Seuss books I read to my children. My kid is actually really into, what is it? Green Eggs and Ham right now. Which, Green Eggs and Ham, can we talk about how long of a book that is? Like, you know the book, Green Eggs and Ham, Sam I Am, that crazy dude who just won't take no for an answer until that other guy tries it, right? Yeah, long book. Long book. Takes forever to read through it. Hey, Palpatine. Palpatine Goku, love the name. This is Green Hell. Green Eggs. Green Eggs and Ham. Guess I don't really need this bowl just sitting here. All right, man, I'm sitting on a ton of dry leaves, too. Let's get rid of that stack. All right, arrows, we got 9. Looking good. Okay, so Psychotria mixed with Copahanga makes the Ritual of the Flame herbs. So anyway, this is what the Horde mode in Green Hell looks like. Bring it on, let's go. And they are gonna come and try to extinguish my flame. That was it? Just the one dude? That was round 1. Just one dude. And you get the idea. And so that's what we're building this base to do. I don't like how we ran through my shower to do that, but thanks for the free bow, dude. Kind of. He's a hunter, so I have to harvest him. For some reason, and I don't know if they fixed this, but you used to be able to get a ton of tribal arrows from skinny hunters. And so, but you get bird feathers either way, which are super convenient in making the arrows that we're going to need to make. Get rid of all of this stack of human flesh. Gross. All right. Oh, are we seriously capped on bones? Wow, okay. No worries. And so every single time that you complete a challenge now, you get another Ritual of the Flame. So you only have to make 1. And then now we just got some free bandages for that one. That was too easy. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. And if you can get through all 30 waves, you're granted this really cool, like, golden mace. All right, there's more than that one. There he is. Oh, bad shot. Good shot. But anyway, so you get the idea. That's what we're going to be working on this whole time. You've been hanging out with us for almost a year now, King? Well, good stuff. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's right. You did join right around your birthday last year. I remember that. I remember celebrating your birthday with you. Fun times, dude. Well, thanks for hanging out with us for so long. I appreciate that. That's something, I mean, they're not here right now, but I do want to appreciate the 2 members that we've had for like a year and a half. Major Killer and 17 Dragonfishes. Like, super appreciative of it. Like, we are just some random dudes who build bases and games. Wasn't expecting this to go like this. All right, sorry, I'm just destroying these bones because I'm capped out over there. Wow, dude. That's fantastic. And look at you building and winning bases and stuff like that now. Fantastic. In case you were wondering why I have a stack or the single spoiled human meat in here, it's to make maggots if I ever get an infection. All right, so this time we got, ooh, Brazil nuts. Got Brazil nuts. We got mushrooms and another ritual. Cool. That's actually pretty handy. All right, what do we need? What do we need? Nothing. We're just getting tired. Okay. Hey, there you go. Dude, that's awesome. That is fantastic. I remember when I first started doing YouTube, it took the first 100 subs takes the longest. Like the first 100 subscribers takes so much longer than like your second 100 subscribers. And then now we're at the point where we're getting about like 100 to 150 every single month. And so like it's just a consistency game. Just keep going. What up, Trek fan? How you doing, man? Trek's fan. Okay, hang on. Now I have to ask, are you saying that you're a Star Trek fan? I'm confused. I'm perplexed. Hey, well, there you go. 6 more years or like 6 more days. Honestly, you're just like one video away on YouTube. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize is that the markets are so saturated on YouTube that you can just kind of create anything and you will be able to find an audience. So just enjoy it. Sounds good, Doctor. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much. Mighty kind of you. Mighty kind of you. Ah, I respect it with the T-Rex fan. I'll say it properly now that I understand it. Good stuff. Debating on what I want to do right now. Now that we have the flame set up, I almost want to just keep doing the flame stuff. But we need to be working on some more strategic stuff here. Mainly some palisades. Because I do not want them to be running through my shower. Like, just do not want shower dudes. So there you go. Vayne? That game's fantastic, dude. We when we were a very, very young channel, like there's an old video on our YouTube of me playing Vayne. Was it a live stream? I think it was a live stream, actually. It's an old video of me playing Vayne on a live stream. And I loved it. It's a fantastic game, right? But it is just one of those games where I'm so glad that they've evolved it and now they're charging for it, because it's a nice way to put this. They were selling themselves so short by offering that demo away for free. And so I am super glad that they finally like kind of got wise to that and they fixed that. So there you go. You didn't even know that there was a game called Vayne? You need to go check out Vayne King. What is what sound? The sound of me smacking an axe? Or the sound of the tribals? Because there's some tribals that are kind of just hanging out around me. I'm deep in enemy territory for this base. Because you're required to build that on enemy grounds. I'm confused then. I am very confused, but I'm curious. Have I played Sons of the Forest? Yes, I have. Actually, I think our most popular video on YouTube is a Sons of the Forest base location guide to help people find base locations. Super pumped to play the third one. I'm actually, if you go to the Discord, I'm one of the creators in their creator program. And so we'll definitely be creating Forest content when Forest 3 comes out. I do agree with that one. And Rust looks okay. So Rust is a very unique game, and I do think everybody needs to try it because hardcore survival games are so few and far between. And when I say hardcore survival games, I mean games that throw you in with like no safety net whatsoever. Are you saying that Vayne is a Rust clone? Because maybe, but Rust eventually did remove the zombies because they realized that the players were the real enemies. Which is true in so many ways. Oh my god, how amazing of a game is Rust. Okay, so that is our new large storage where we're going to be stashing some mud bricks. I'm just trying to kind of secure the base a little bit, but I need to go get trees, so that means that we need to chop a bunch of stuff down here. Hitman is pretty cool. Are you guys just dropping random games that you enjoy? Because I appreciate that. We can keep talking about that. Actually, I was teasing with the idea of doing some live streams around Final Fantasy VIII, which is my personal favorite Final Fantasy. It's nothing to do with base building, has nothing to do with survival games, but either way, fantastic game. Love that one. But anyway, I should mention we'll announce the base building contest next week, so if you guys want to win some gift cards, make sure you hit the subscribe button and all that stuff because we'll be announcing it. I do a short video where I just kind of explain what the theme is. Our theme was picked here by King in chat, and so I'm super excited. He won our winter base building one. How come I can have a favorite breed of dog but not a I mean, it's called society. That's the main reason, King, to answer that question. Go play Raft. Do I have a copy of Raft? I don't think I... What? I don't think I have a copy of Raft. I have a couple, like, Raft-based survival games, like Stranded Deep. Oh, I missed him. Hang on. Nope. Gotta chase him. Not losing an arrow. I'm weak. So weak. So weak. Anybody see a dead boar? He probably would bleed out by now. Man. I got him, like, in the neck, too. So I know he's gonna bleed out. Is that him? I hear those tribals. Don't want to deal with that. No, that wasn't him. I do not know where that boar ran off to. Damn, lost that arrow. Not a big deal. Man, do not like having that happen. There they are. I see him over here. See if we can get a good shot off. There we go. Okay. Don't know if this is the same one that I shot originally. Let's see if we pull 2 arrows out of it. I doubt it, to be frank. Like, I really doubt that this is the same one. Yeah, this was just a random one. Alright, ditch the bones because whatever. And then back to the base. So anyway, if you have yet to see me do one of the Spirits of the Amazonian streams, I always go hunting at the end of a day. So that way I can start the day with like 3 fresh boar steaks. So here we go. Whee! Stage real fast. This is by far one of my favorite base locations. Not just for Spirits of the Amazonia, but solely for the purpose of having that right there. I guess I didn't even need to do that. I built a shower for myself, but whatever. Oh well. Can't complain about it. I almost feel like I should tell everybody the theme now, King. I love your idea for the theme. Because, like, I try to do something that's, like, on theme to video games and stuff like that. And when you sent over your idea, I was like, that's fantastic. We're doing that immediately. So I think I'm going to tell everybody who's at least here in chat. Next month's base building contest is FIFA World Cup themed. You have to build a base that is about or in regards to in some way the FIFA World Cup. And so I'm excited. And if you're not familiar with how our base building contests work, anything is applicable. Like, you guys can do any base, any game, any mod, or whatever. And the winner gets a gift card to Steam. And then everybody else, we do a random drawing for a runner-up prize of another gift card of lesser value. And then this year, I think I'm going to do a 3rd place winner too. And they'll pick the theme for the next one because I like that. I mean, I hear that that's a dish best served cold, not to be honest with you. Like revenge and ice cream and stuff like that. But either way, I'm pretty excited about that one, dude. I think that's going to make a really good base building contest. To give people the ability to do something that's on a very specific theme, you know? I just heard brush move. And I don't like that because I have a bunch of like chopped down trees and stuff. And so if brush is moving, it means that somebody just walked through like this pile of leaves and stuff like that. And I don't like that. When do we start building? Just because you came up with the theme and we've announced it now does not mean that we can start the contest, because I want to go ahead and add a couple stipulations to it to make people kind of think a little extra about it all. Man, I have no idea where to stash this thing, but we're being attacked. All right. Gwen should make some borscht. I don't think we've ever made it as a meal in the house before. I don't know. I had some great ramen for lunch, though. I've been making my own like kimchi pickles for the longest time. They're fantastic today. Oh, just waiting for this meat to finish cooking so that way I can go to bed. Let's put some more wood on this fire real fast.
I need to rest.
I might as well try. What stipulation? Probably just like some kind of rule or something that makes it a little more challenging than just like, hey, build this base. You know what I mean? Like just a little something, you know, nothing too fancy, but just something so that way you can't just start building something right now. Like make some requirements in the base or something. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So let's call it for right now. What time is it? Okay. So now we have to start adding in some of these choke points and stuff like that I was talking about. Back over to our fire. I want to just keep that burning. Eternal Flame is being eternal, which is pretty cool. Let's clean up some of our area over here. Yeah, send me some messages if you have some ideas for stuff. I probably won't agree to anything until we're like close to things, because I don't want to give you an unfair advantage. I want you to be able to compete in your own idea. I think that's fantastic. All right, we got leeches. We'll handle that in a minute. Let's go ahead and get these sticks on here. Perfect. All right, leech time. Find where that... Wow, look at them all. A lot of them. All right, what do we need to do? We need a little bit of everything. So there you go. There's the water we need. Followed by some Brazil nuts. Some yummy meat right there. And let's go down here. Let's grab our cart and go get some bananas. And while we're down here, start chopping down the logs that we need. So this is going to be probably the longest part of the build, is the walls. I'm not going to be building like a perimeter wall. Like, it's going to kind of cover the perimeter, but the way that I want to design this is more or less to bait them into coming a specific path. And so I'm trying to build it defensively, or more strategically than I am building it defensively. So I mean, I think that still could win, dude. Like, we've had some entry level ideas win the base building contest before. I would not discredit yourself. I think you should still go for it. I had a fun idea of what I'm going to do for my challenge build, because I'm going to participate in this one. Like, obviously, I'm not going to give myself a gift card or anything like that, but I am definitely going to be participating, just because of an idea that I had. Man, I do not want to be chopping down mushroom logs right now. I have like no good trees in this area. Really? Yeah. I have no good spot to put this sled too. There we go. Yeah, chop down as much of this as possible. You can definitely do it if you want, but I mean, I'll be honest with you, you can do both. I think it would be cool to see the base that you built with the theme of your choosing. I think if it's something that you're passionate about, then it's going to be some of your best work yet. Yeah, there was definitely a little bit of a lag spike there. Not entirely sure what happened. Kids in my neighborhood must be getting home from school. Angry kids. That's what I used to do. Just come home from work and just immediately start playing some. So, I understand it. Really? There we go. Oh, I feel like I should bring back these long sticks too, but whatever. I am due for a jaguar or a puma attack, just so everybody's aware. Oh, I saw that yellow thing over there, and I was like, and there it is. But no, that looks like it was a cappy just spawning in. For some reason, when things spawn in this game, they like get highlighted in a different color. It's kind of cool, but it's also really weird. Hey, Zero. Yep, this is Green Hill. You got it right. Spot on. Spot on for sure. Well, there you go. Glad you could stop by and hang out. Good to see you. We mostly do survival games, so if that is your cup of tea, you're in the right place. That's for sure. I need a new axe.
Piece of shit.
Calm down, Jake. It's happened about 50 times already. All right, hang on. There's a bunch of those up this way. A bunch of those large rocks that we need. Oh, there you go. I mean, King's the one who just said it, so I mean, I'll agree with that. Nice. It's fantastic. Yeah, and I will mention, if this is your first Base Legends stream, there are two of us here. And so you'll meet Jay. Jay's the other streamer that's here. I do the hardcore survival games. He does the more like fun and like I'm not trying to sound this as like a negative or anything, but like the whimsical ones and stuff like that. And so he's been playing Dinkum a lot lately. And then meanwhile, I'm playing Green Hell. But we're both syncing up and playing Star Rupture, which is a fun time. I mean, that seems pretty aggressive, King. I didn't even know that we had that authority to be sending people there. Appreciate that. Mighty kind of you. All right, onward. I just want to bring back a full stack of logs because I have no idea how many logs I'm going to be putting down. Do I risk it? Do I risk it? Supposedly, if you hit these spiked ones with the axe and you're far enough away, it won't poison you. It hurts you, but it doesn't poison you. Okay, we'll take it. Well, there you go. He seems like a fun mate for you. Play Rust ever? I have given it a go a couple times. We did an affiliate stream for Rust. Not Rust. I'm sorry, not Rust. We did an affiliate stream for Scum a little while ago. But no, I've seen a lot of Rust content. But whenever we need to like film a video with Rust or something like that, I reach out to a buddy who's a big avid player. I need to get into more games like Rust and stuff like that. My survival games of choice are obviously Green Hell. DayZ is the other big one that I stream on this channel. And then Sons of the Forest is the big one that a lot of people seem to be enjoying. Excited to do The Forest 3 when that comes out. That's going to be a fun time. Nice. Nice. Oh, man. All right, this should be the last one we need, right? Should be the last 2 logs that we need. I'm actually amazed. I'm so overdue for like a puma attack right now or a jaguar attack. And so I'm actually pretty happy that I have not been getting that. That was weird. That was some weird glitching. Don't like that at all. It's good. Sons of the Forest is it reaches a point where it becomes more of a survival shooter game or more of a, like a horror shooter than a survival game. And so like it's good, like don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic game, but a little bit different than what a lot of people were expecting versus the first one, because the first one's terrifying, like mostly melee weapons and explosives and stuff like that. First one's terrifying, but after you get the shotgun in Sons of the Forest, whole gameplay changes. So they're sporadic to a point. You can kind of anticipate them. If you've gone about 3 days without one will probably come and raid your base very shortly. And the reason being is because I have fires running, and that smoke is supposedly an attraction of them, or an attractor of them. But to be frank with you, I don't really know the difference of it. But there's also a bunch of tribals that will come out and attack me too with the fire, so we'll see. Alright, so this should be enough. Yeah, this should be enough to test my theory at least. Has this grown up enough? I don't think this has grown up enough, but we're going to try it. It has. Pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty nice. I like mods like that, King. That's pretty cool. That is pretty legit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they tried to make this game as logical as possible. I don't know if logical means accurate and stuff, but they tried. Let's do a round. All right, so now we're going to test. I wanted to make sure that they weren't going to run through my shower area again. So now we'll go ahead and test that real quick. Yeah, get our shower right here. Let me check our fire first. And I mean, I'm only on round 3, so it's not like I have that much going on right now, right? So, oh well. All right, round 3. Ready, fight. So yeah, they were coming to that wall right there, but now the point of that was to get them to come around to this side. Didn't get him in the head. Didn't get him in the head. Got him in the head. Got him. Missed. Didn't get him. Come on, get up there. There it is. Okay. Not bad. So the leading is working, which is nice. That's something that I was a little worried about, was that they were going to sit there and attack that wall, but it looked like one of those guys came around, and so that worked. Firewalls? No. No, I don't think I've ever played that one. Don't think I ever played that one before. Get that 100 bow. Nice. Love that. Sorry, dude. Sorry, we're just gonna cut you right there though. Firewatch. Oh. I don't think Firewatch was made by Creepy Jar, was it? I need to look at that. Cause I would be all over it. I love Creepy Jar. It's one of my favorite studios just because of the game, this game really. But no, I have a buddy on TikTok. His handle is The Gaming Dad. He's an old friend of mine, and he did a whole series of Firewatch. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous game from what I could tell, but I personally have not checked it out myself. All right, get this human meat. And we got a couple more pieces coming over here. Is Firewatch good? It looks fantastic. Like, it looks fantastic. You beat Adamfall finally? Man, you've been talking about that one for a while, too. We tried to do an affiliate stream for Adamfall, but I think they either said no or they never got back to us, one of the two. I wanted to check that one out, but we just had so much going on. I didn't want to invest the time into it and, like, buy it myself because we had just so many games going on. Sorry, I have to like divide up all my meat and stuff like that because I'm trying to keep one stack of just decayed human meat in my inventory all the time. So either way, oh, look at all this beautiful stuff. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Not bad. So as I said, the choke point, or not choke point, but the leading does work. It doesn't look like they came and attacked the side of the base so far. Yeah, I never got to play Adamfall either. I definitely wanted to try that one for sure. Looked like a fun one. We're only rocking 12 arrows right now. Man, I kind of want to just keep going. Like, I don't really see a reason to stop if this isn't that tricky. What was that on the ground? There it is. Dry leaves. Who cares? That's unfortunate. But, like, I get it. Alright, well, if we're gonna do this... Wait. Didn't realize you can craft things to the arrows. I might have to look into that. But either way. What game is this? Hey, JP, this is Green Hell. Let's go ahead and make 10 more arrows. Okay. I still, when I get a chance, I'll check out Adamfall, you know? Finally got our crafting over to a level where we got the blade axe. That's fantastic. So you see it right here? The blade axe. Stick and 3 stone blades. Finally do some weapons with it. Yep. Oh yeah. This is so it's the nickname for the Amazon is Green Hill. Neither JP. Your enemies are tribals. So the indigenous people that live in the Amazon. And so you are friends of the Wahara, and the enemies that you're up against are called the Yabawaka. Just getting some of this extra stuff here. Ooh, I need carbs. Here, let's eat some canned food. Just to kind of not have to go down to the other river. Man, still didn't really help. Alright, gotta go get some carbs. Hang on, I think there's a banana tree over here. Yeah, there is. See if there's bananas. No bananas. I should go take out those tribals just hanging out there. But whatever. Alright, let's go. Let's make some mushroom soup. This will work even better for carbs. That was pretty convenient to just see that mushroom right there. I could also make some bone broth too. That is one of the best things that you can make in this game. I need water. Alright, let's get in here. Pour water. Yeah, don't eat the white mushrooms without cooking them first. They're some of the best carbs in the entire game, but either way. Join on into to our Discord, JP. If you're a base builder, we're going to do our base building contest next month. Pretty much. I'm not entirely sure the full name of the mushroom. They just call it mushroom soup, but each one of these plants has like a real name and things like that. Onward. Love it. Let's go, dudes. Oh, missed. Back up. Just missed an arrow at my head, too. You got nothing, dude. Dude, terrible shooting. Perfect. Was that it? No, okay. Second part of the round. Come on, where are you coming from? Okay, so I see the next part that I'm gonna work on. Oh, bad shot. Terrible shooting. Dude, come on. I deserved to lose those arrows. I respect it, Zero. I'm gonna go try to find my arrows because I lost a tribal arrow. There's one. Haha. All right. I lost a few arrows, so I might have to go clear that brush out for a little while. But let's at least cut up some bodies and get rid of them. I wish you could just pick up and move the bodies, but nope. Is the AI predictable or good in this game? That's a very, very, very honest, valid question. Very predictable. I'm going to say very predictable. It's not bad in any way, but you can kind of see where it could be much, much better. And so I think that's the easiest way to say this. A little bit of both, Two-Land. A little bit of both. This specific mode that I'm doing right now is Spirits of the Amazonia, which is a free DLC they gave everybody like a year and a half, 2 years after the game came out. Maybe even longer than that. And they've released so many updates, like 18, maybe even more than 20 updates for this game for free. And so, but this version, the Spirits of the Amazonia update, gave you like a round-based horde combat. But I can easily just go and find a actually, you know, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about in 2 seconds. I need to ditch some of this stuff real fast. Man, so many chunks of human meat here. But yeah, I'll show you what one of the enemy camps looks like. No, they're wearing like cod pieces, or just armor for that part of their bodies. Which, I mean, if I were a tribalist and I was naked most of the time, I'd want something covering my junk too. Let's be real here. So there we go. All right, 16 arrows. 4. We got all of our tribal arrows, and we only lost 4. Cannibalize the cannibals. I don't want to get insanity. That is the quickest way to get insanity, JTD. Don't want to do that. But yeah, so Two-Lane, you were asking if it's all round-based. No, it's not. For instance, I can go back over this way, and I think there's a tribal camp I haven't... Oh. Whew. Oh. Almost walked right onto it. But then I think, yeah, you see it? This bird eater right here. There's one of the spiders. I almost walked on that spider first. I heard the spider, I sidestepped it, and then I almost walked right onto a snake. That is green hell in a nutshell. Wow. That's one thing that I've learned about doing commentary while playing Green Hell. You heard that growl, right? That was thunder. But I heard a growl. Okay, keep moving. Yeah, just a tapir right now. But there's the tribal. See him over there? Yeah. So they just wander around and stuff like that. I mean, I agree with that. I don't want that. Zero. I do not want that. I don't want to walk into that anthill either. Man. All right. So I know you get the idea. That's how it works. You heard a bird, not a growl? Okay. Hang on. Oh. Yep, I saw you too late. Another bird eater. Luckily, I still have a little bit of medicine left. And apparently, leeches. Eat them raw? No. There was one time I was walking by the riverbank picking up mud, and I was talking to the chat and I wasn't paying attention, and a poison dart frog walked right in my way, and just like without even thinking, without getting a chance, I just went to pick up more mud and ended up picking up a poison dart frog. So dumb. Where am I? Oh, I know where I'm at. Have I gotten that legend yet? I don't know if I've gotten this one yet. No.
The base should be made from wood.
Okay. Onward, back out. Just wanted to get this cave on my map if I hadn't already. Cool. Okay. Back to the base. But anyway, you get the idea. So that's what we're working on here with the green hell. It is a very, very, very deep game. It is. A lot of people say that it's like one of the hardest survival games that's ever been created. I partially agree with that. It is definitely one of the more difficult survival games that has ever been made. I am lost right now, which is very rare for me to say, but I'm a little lost. I got turned around somewhere. 37, 30, 36, 37, 30. I'm up here and I need to get down here. So southeast over that way. Okay. Oh, I know where I am. I just went up instead of down. Okay. Dumb. But anyway, a lot of people say the Green Hell is one of the hardest games that has ever come out, like in the survival genre. And it is. It's a very, very difficult game, but it's more about the learning curve than it is about it being a difficult game. Oh yeah, you definitely have to read the map manually, and you have to learn what like all these different plants do. It's like this plant does something, that plant does something. I saw some tobacco over here too, somewhere over here. But yeah, like every single one of the plants around me does something. I think that you can dig out and cook the root of. There's tobacco, which is used for infections and stuff like that. So yeah, appreciate that. Well, I knew I was kind of near where I needed to be, and so here's where I needed to be. Got a parrot body. I mean, I'm definitely going to need some tobacco if I'm going to keep walking on the spiders. That is for sure. They are the bane of my existence. Like, of all of the enemies in this entire game, it is... Can you cook a banana? Sorry, I just wanted to see if you could cook a banana. You can't. But I just wanted to see if you could. Can't cook that fruit either, but we can cook that. So whatever. It is Seraphim. It is Green Hell. What a fantastic game this is. It brings so many people together too. The amount of people that come into this chat and just immediately just go, "Is this Green Hell?" Just like, yeah, it is. You are not alone. There's a lot of people that like this game. Apparently like 20 million people play this game. But like I never see it streamed. I never see people streaming Green Hell. Does it build actual resistance in the game? Cause like, yeah, it's definitely, it's getting up there in age. We do the other Creepy Jar game that just came out. We do Star Rupture too. So we're checking out both their titles currently. I didn't need to eat anything, but I figure when in Rome. Yeah, this should have multiplayer. I say we because this is a channel with multiple streamers on it, Jay and myself. And so while that may or may not be accurate to say we all the time, because like I'm doing this one solo, I've gotten into the habit of saying we constantly. Let's do another round. I'm having too much fun doing these rounds to back away from them. And I need more traps. I need stuff to the right. For that reason, right there. I need stuff to the right. Nope. Come on now. Okay. First half of the round done. Somebody's going to come from the right now. Yep, I hear him. 3, 2, 1. Alright, now this archer. Oh, bad shot. Ah, why did you stop running? Don't take my flame out. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of works. Appreciate that. That was a good shot. I actually really enjoyed that one. Man, right through his face. It looks like one of those, like, comic-y, like, fake arrow through the head ones. What part of the game am I in right now? So this is the free expansion that they released a little while ago called Spirits of the Amazonia. Completely free, and sorry, dudes. And so this, it's basically like a horde-based thing, and at the end of round 30, you get this special gold club. And I've never gotten the gold club. I think the highest I've ever made it in Spirits of the Amazonia was like round 18, 19, or something like that. And then I realized I had a fatal flaw in my base, and so I needed to make some changes. Man, just getting so loaded up with just junk from this stuff. I feel bad, but I'm destroying all these stacks instead of doing anything with the meat. I could just make a maggot farm or something like that, but oh well. Getting tons of arrows. that would actually be kind of cool if you could leave bait like that. You can set up there's a couple of traps called like the killer trap and stuff like that you can bait, and you can put meat inside the killer trap. And so yeah, it is definitely a thing that is doable, I should say, in this game. I don't have enough for the bones in my inventory just yet with this dude, so I got to go back over here for a sec. All right, well, I think that's going to be the last round that I do. I'm going to work on the base for a little bit longer and then be done in about 30 minutes here. You can loot the used arrows? Yeah, you definitely can. The game would be so hard if you had to lose your arrows every single time. But arrow retrieval is such a big thing. When you first start this game, I decided to stop destroying stuff and just chuck it on the ground. When you first start this game, you'll find like a bird on the ground, and that's all of your arrows for... You hear him? And that was a tribal. That was a tribal trying to say something. Yep, right there. What's up, bro? Oh, bad shot. Man, why did you not dodge that, Jakey? Sorry, ran out of stamina. Yeah, they come out from the cave every once in a while. Cause hang on, let me see if I can kind of spy on them real fast. The way Spirits of the Amazonia works is it's all based around that torch that I have set up over there. It's called the Eternal Flame, and you can't let them put out the Eternal Flame. But you have to build it in an old enemy camp. And so that's where I'm at. I'm like deep in enemy territory. I mean, if you're going to say hello and then shoot a spear at me or throw a spear at me, I'm probably not going to allow it, right? But okay, let's see if I can spy on the dudes. But so their camp, it's like right around here. But they have another one that I haven't destroyed. I can't see it from here. There's another one around here. And then there's another camp that I did destroy, but they're literally just hanging out over there. It's over here. Is it possible to make a talisman to dissuade them? I don't think so. I don't think I found anything like that. There might be a legend. There's all these legends. Yeah, you see the 3 tribals over there? I destroyed their camp, and so they just kind of hang out over there. There's these legends. And what I mean by that is there's like tribal writing on rocks scattered across the whole area. And that tribal writing kind of tells you a little bit of like special things to do. And yeah, And so, hang on, I can actually pull it up and show you instead of trying to fumble my way through an explanation here. Where is it? No, legends are there. And so you collect all the different stones, and then after you've collected all the different stones, you can make something. Yeah. And those things are like ridiculously cool. So like this one, Cursed Water. Once you finish the Legend of the Cursed Water, there's these ponds all over the map that now give fresh water instead of dirty water. And so there's some fun stuff that you can do with it. Let's see here. What do we want to do? Got these bananas that go bad tomorrow. Might as well fill our water up real fast. Let this thing keep filling. All right, let's go take a shower. But I was about ready to jump off and go do my old bath method. Oh, look at this beehive over here. So this is probably, I was mentioning it earlier, this is probably what Doc walked into. He said that he was just walking through one time and then he just got a rash randomly. Probably got stung by a bunch of bees by walking into the hive right there. But love that honeycomb. All right. So I'm debating on what I want to do. I think I want to clear the brush. There's so much brush over here that sometimes seeing the enemies come up is not that great. And then I don't like one of my storage locations. So I want to wall it off a little bit. But so they're running through right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wall from here and stretch it to about here. And then that should kind of lead them so they have to kind of funnel through. And then the last thing I want is for them to go into my house, so I do need to put a door on here. Agreed. I definitely agree with that. It's one of those resources where, like, early on, like, that's the one thing that everybody says is, how do I make water? How do I clean the water? You know, that type of thing. But now it's reached a point where, like, look at my water production. I have just 5 rain water collectors with tortoise water. I have the water filter. But if I ever run out, I have a pond that I can just boil water in. And so, yeah, bunch of, like, you reach a point where you're just like, you have some fun. Finally starting to get some arrows randomly, like that. Can I cook honey? No. Sometimes I like to just see if I can cook random things. I need to keep fueling this fire. This thing's about ready to run out soon. All right, let's go get some sticks real quick. What was that? Sometimes I run across random things on the ground, and I think they're arrows. There should also be a random arrow just sitting around over here. You can do honey tea? Ooh, I might do honey tea. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Let's go ahead and just pick up a bunch of sticks, so that way we can go back and try to make some honey tea real fast. I've never done that. And there's a lot of recipes that I've never bothered to do. Is there an NPC to help you in this game? Nope. Nah. The premise of the game is that you actually get separated from your wife, girlfriend, whatever. That's the whole premise of Green Hell, is that you got separated from her and you're trying to find each other. No spoilers or anything like that. Yeah, I definitely know about the honey bandage. Trying to remember what specifically the honey bandage does. I cannot remember. But either way. Because I know tobacco is the one that helps you with infections. Does honey just do it super fast? I can't remember. Maybe honey helps you with lacerations or something like that. Because that's the nasty one. Like, when you get a laceration from, like, a puma, you have approximately 30 to 60 seconds to finish killing the puma. And then stitch up your wound before you die. I saw somebody one time, they knew there was an anthill near them, and so they got hit by the puma. They got a laceration, and they just ran over to an anthill, pulled out a torch real fast, grabbed an ant, and put the ant on the wound. And I was like, how do you also do that? Yeah, I remember. That's why I keep the human meat in my inventory, is for the maggots. Definitely know about the maggots there. All right, I want to check this honey tea, because I've never seen that one before, but that's super cool. So keep our fire going. That hasn't gone out in about 3 days. Pretty happy about that. All right, so water in the pot. Honey, okay. There you go. It does do it. Let's check that out. See what that's all about. Some brew. Carbs. Carbs and hydration. Okay. So just like actual honey, you just get a little extra hydration with it. Okay, so as I said, the plan is to add a little bit more of a palisade wall over here, but it looks like we got to chop down some of this brush first. So let's go ahead and do that. Don't have to do it all. Like, I'm going to keep that small tree right there. But I definitely want to get rid of some of this stuff. And then I will eventually have a bunch of traps over here too. Because as they run up, I want to try to... I mean, it reaches a point where like 10, 15 of them attack you at once. And you can see how dealing with like 3 or 4 of them goes. And so I want to make sure that we give it a little extra one. That is by far my least favorite part of this game too. But when I'm shooting in this direction constantly, I want to see my arrows. Like, and I want to find my arrows. And so clearing the brush is probably one of the more important things to do right now. Just so I don't have to keep making arrows. And it will eventually reach a point. I haven't bothered making any metal forge or anything like that in the base. Because it does reach a point where you actually just get metal arrow tips from doing the challenge. And so, yeah. I don't need the tobacco, but just clearing everything out of here. Ditch it all. Love it. That'll all turn into dry leaves in a bit. And I almost want to cut down that stump too, because I don't really need it. But yeah, just to keep this area clean so I can find arrows afterwards. I really need to find something to do with all these palm leaves. Like, I've just cut down so many in this area. Alright, fine. Get rid of this. Definitely don't need another log right now. You know, I don't know if I've unlocked the bone axe yet. That's a good question, if I've unlocked the bone axe or not. I have the blade axe. No, I don't think so. The 3-bladed axe, I like it, but to be frank with you, there's so much about it that I don't know. It's just, it takes so much to make, and I've never had success with the melee weapons in this game. Like, if you notice, I'm using my bow and arrow for everything. How do you do the bone axe though? I don't think I've ever actually figured that out. Is it 2 bones and then 1 rope? Yeah, there it is. Maybe we'll do it. I need to break down. I needed this axe to go away first, which actually I should be using this for brush clearing. But yeah, this is the one that I really need to be knocking out, and I've never figured out what that plant's for. I grow it every single time I do a mega base, but I've never really bothered with it. Yeah, exactly. It's a cool looking axe. I mean, I like the specialty ones, but yeah, never really played with it too much. All right, starting to look for some of the arrows that I've lost over here. There's one. There's another. See? That's exactly why I wanted to do this. Just so I can start seeing what I'm shooting over this way. Ridiculous. Ah, okay, so that's a fever healer. See, that's one that I've never worried about, is getting a fever, because I just sleep through my fevers in this game. And then you just wake up and drink a ton of water. And it seems to be effective. For the most part, right? Alright, that's enough brush. Cut this palm tree down too. Did not mean to do that, but you know, if we've got these sticks, we might as well, right? Yeah, whatever, leave them. Over encumbered myself. Okay, so with all that brush being cleared now, let's start laying some of this down finally. So we want it to go, as I've mentioned, I'm not trying to create a perimeter wall for this build. I'm trying to create choke points. And so that's the main name of the game. And just in case you're doing green hell base building, the walls can only go so far before they're going to stop like that. And so all you have to do to keep the wall going is put one log right at the end. And you can do more palisades off of that one log to kind of keep it going. So that way you don't have to sit there and stop every single time that you've reached a certain point. Okay. So that is the funnel type situation that I want to be creating. And then I almost want to do it again, but this time create a wall here, right? Not cutting off my base, but creating a situation where they're funneled into here. And then it's a matter of lining up traps to really give this a go. Sorry, I heard a centipede. I can't see it, but I heard it and I didn't want to deal with it. There it is. And so, yeah. It's if it turns into a perimeter wall, who cares? Hey, appreciate that torch, Alan. Good to see you, man. It has been a long time since you've been here. Good to see you, Alan. Mighty kind of you. Appreciate the gift. All right, and now we'll go ahead and grab one more log. So the thing that I got to be careful of is now that I'm laying down this, and I'm going to start laying down some traps too, is once the traps go down, I can set the traps off too. Like I can set off a bow trap and have an arrow flying towards my face. So either way. Oh, that is actually kind of funny, Kajiti. That is pretty hilarious. I'll be upfront with you though, knowing the plot of this game, kind of funny, kind of sad. Poor Mia. All right, so this is the one that I want to be careful of because it's like right there at the edge, right? And I don't want them to be able to get through like this. But yeah, there we go. That sounds like an accurate first playthrough here, Emmy. That definitely sounds like an accurate first playthrough. I tell the story all the time of my first playthrough in this game. I died of dehydration. I am proud to say that I died of dehydration. I felt like I was playing Oregon Trail again. I felt like it was reliving my elementary days and things like that. Day 73, though, that's an accomplishment. I think the longest I've ever lasted was day 150 something. The airport build that's on our channel. We did this massive airport build where we built like 4 2 or 3 story buildings on the airport. It's a big base. That build was my fire went out. I forgot to check the fire before I went to bed. I feel dumb. No, it doesn't matter. It's super easy to just rebuild the fire, so like who cares? But either way, why am I over encumbered now? Oh, all this crap. Destroy that stack. Destroy that stack. Destroy. Keep both of those for now. But yeah, no, that's getting to the higher levels in Green Hell is so much fun. Like unexpectedly good time. All right, so I need to go cook some stuff. I don't want to use my canned food. In fact, I kind of want to get that out of my inventory soon. Build some shelves or something. Let's go hunting. Our boar hunting ground right here. Super easy. You gotta love when everything you need for a boar, or for food, is literally right outside of your base. Probably, I need to film another great base locations game in Green Hell, or video rather, because this location did not make the list, because I didn't want to do Spirits of the Amazonia bases, but this location did not make the list, and I feel like it really should have, because this is like my favorite location to do Spirits of the Amazonia in. And I think there's only like 4 or 5 locations for you to be able to do spirits in. And so it's definitely a cool added bonus here. All right, just chopping down a couple or getting some of these smaller sticks here. And then grab that stack of meat so we can actually walk a little bit faster. Gotta love this exploit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's an exploit where if it's in your backpack, the weight's added to your capacity. But if you're just holding something as you move, it doesn't over encumber you. But as soon as I put that in, it shoots up real fast. So there you go. All right. Well, fantastic. Let's go ahead and lay this back out and get the fire going again. I feel so dumb every time I let my fire go out. Like, it's not like it really matters that much because it's so easy to make a fire at this point in the game. But still, like, the whole point is not to let it go out, Jake. Valid. Which Fallout? Actually, no, never mind. You can only do it in 4. Never mind. You know what? I want some bone soup. That's what I want to eat right now. Probably one of the best meals right there is bone broth. Single piece of bone inside of a pot with some water. Gives it bone broth. Gives you fat, hydration, energy, less fever, less food poisoning. It's just super food. So good. And it's basically how you can be a cannibal. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. It's basically how you can be a cannibal without actually being a cannibal. Because you can put human bones in there because it's just the same thing. Hey, free tribal arrow. Take that. I do love getting the tribal arrows now that I'm being shot at them. Or being shot at with them. There we go. So I'm sorry, it's 50 rounds. Not 30, it's 50 rounds. Aren't those human bones? They are human bones. They're delicious. Delicious human bones. Fantastic. Delicious and nutritious. Just waiting for our food to finish cooking here. I have these 2 things of wood resin because, like, here, you can see on the map, there's the boat that you need to fix, and I haven't fixed it yet. And so I should probably, like, go do some of the quests in this area. Hey, if you're hungry, I mean, JP, win in the Amazon, do as the Amazonians do. Right? That's the saying. I want to go kill something. I don't want to walk away from my food. That was confliction right there. If I've ever seen it, I want to go do this. No, don't do that. It's a bad idea. Don't do that. Might as well work on some of our base building while we have some food cooking up for us. Just a little bit of it with the trees that are about. But either way, with about 5 minutes left, hey, thanks you. Welcome to the stream. I'm in Southern California, so from Bangladesh to California. Good stuff. What did the Romans do at Rome? They invented democracy, and then they screwed up the calendar, so that way days are just super weird. And then they killed a few emperors for being crazy, like Caligula and Caesar and stuff like that. They're just all around just interest. Yeah, that too. What Not Harry's saying, the Romans definitely had a lot of that. More towards the later years, if we're being honest. You know? I mentioned Caligula. Like, can we talk about one of the most hilarious Roman emperors of all time? Dude made his horse an advisor. His horse. He was too young when he became emperor of Rome, and he was a crazy eccentric sociopath. But either way, he made his horse one of his top advisors. Could you imagine being the guy who was in the running for that job? Just being like, hey, Caligula, I'm ready to advise you. And Caligula just looks at you and just goes, advise me about what? Not appointing my horse as a lead advisor, because I already did that. And that's the story of Caligula. And that's why he died. No, he got slaughtered by his own. Yeah, it's nasty story. Nasty story. Don't watch the movie. Don't watch the movie about Caligula. Anyway, with that being said, make sure that I'm not about ready to die. This is about the time that I typically say that if you're a fan of base building games, survival games, games where we build bases in survival games, basically anything that has the base building mechanic, that's what we do on this channel. We build bases in video games, try to build the biggest, the best, the most strategic, the most defensive, etc. And so if that's something that you are into, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I have to run, but we do stream every single day. And so I will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, probably doing some more Green Hell. Wednesday is a J Day. We'll probably either do Dinkum or another one of the games that we have on the roster. Thursday, though, I need a shake-up. I'm going to do some Star Rupture this coming Thursday. And then Friday, one of our members, Major Killer, has asked if I wanted to play some Ready or Not with him. And I've never done Ready or Not multiplayer, so I'm pretty pumped about that. And so we're going to live stream some multiplayer in Ready or Not. So anyway, guys, that's the roster for this week. This weekend, kind of free gaming with Jay. We'll see what's going on. But either way, my name's Kevin. You all don't have to call me Base Legend. You can just call me Kevin or Base Legend or Mr. Base Legend. Somebody said that earlier today. That made me happy. But either way, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific. See you then.